Today, I have another unboxing of another case knife. 5 for 5 with deadwood, as you know, on case knives. This is my most recent. This was right before it, maybe in 2-3 days. We can get focused here. Full size and a mini. Surprisingly, the mini has kind of taken my EDC because you open boxes or whatnot. It's kind of concealable. If you have it in public, messing with it like this, not many people look at me. This is going to shake a little bit. I'm going to try to fix this. Hold on a second. So, the only dilemma I have with this is it didn't come from deadwood. It came from Smoky Mountain Knife Works. Or no, excuse me. Nope. I'm wrong. I don't know why I said that. Came from Knife Works, not Smoky Mountain Knife Works, in Louisiana. Now, the only reason why that kind of makes me wonder is because they said in the notes, put the same thing I would for deadwood. However, the shipping label reads Rogers something Claunch, or I don't know if that's the owner. Could be. I don't know how big Knife Works is. Has a Louisiana address just like they do. But the billing says something about third party, so I don't know if they bill through a third party, how any of this works. Obviously, they don't want nobody getting into the tape. So, see, I'm going to bump this camera constantly. So this is going to be a booger to get into. Oh my gosh. I don't know what the heck's going on here. And it would be the opposite end, as you already know. So, I'm not really thinking I'm going to get like a 6 for 6 with case at this point. If I do, that really is a testament to the fact that case isn't as bad as everybody's letting out to be, and it's more of one of two things, maybe both. People are being picky, or people are only mentioning something when something's wrong, which is very probable and very common. That's kind of a mess. Sorry. You're going to have to wait for all that, but it drives me crazy if I leave something like that. So, one thing I like about that is the half stop, but not a big half stop guy. That canting, though, on that blade is amazing. So that edges this out sometimes, but I always carry a trapper on me, especially full size. You can tell more straight. It does have a tiny canting to it if you laid it on a flat surface. But with that being said, this has replaced the 75. Sorry, I'm out of breath. I don't know why. Probably the tooth infection I have. With that being said about the canting and all of that, really, I think I'm going to start collecting trappers because they're just real comfortable in hand. This more so than the full size even. If the full size had a longer tang, ricasso, whatever people call it, finger choil, so to speak. I wouldn't call it a finger choil by any means. A kick, it would be better. See, that's longer, which makes the blade not a whole lot shorter. Cutting edge, yes. So we'll see what this looks like. I don't think, yeah, might have opened it. That's just good. I hope they look through them, but hey, who knows? We'll see. I'm bound to get a bad one soon. Tiny bit proud. Not really, though. The proudest one I had on the shield so far was the red bone carbon steel sod buster. On camera I don't see anything, unless y'all do. I don't really see any gapping going on there. I don't know what side I looked at first. It was the show side I looked at first. It don't help that I'm standing and trying to bend over at the same time, like hunch over to show you this. Now this, I don't know if it's Crandall jig. Yes. Tequila Sunrise Bone Crandall jig, TB Tony Bose 6339 stainless steel. So let's look at these. So far so good. A lot of times you have to oil them. Doesn't look like it'd be a horrible blade rub because of the recessed blades. Doesn't want to focus. Which one to open first? The clip, I guess, is anywhere as good as any place to start. And I don't know if they put oil on that. Smells like oil. Yeah, it smells like oil. So I don't know if they did that case or knife works. It's real gritty right there at that area. And as you can tell, it wasn't the best. I don't find that uncomfortable. I think it has to do with this blade being rounded off on top. So here's that. Very, very gritty. We're going to try to oil it ourselves and see what we can't do. That is a 2026 blade. So I don't think it had rub. Had a decent snap going down. Probably just needs oil. See, this being thin like this and recessed makes it a little more comfortable in my opinion. So here's a sheep's foot. The unfinished edge here does not bother me in the least. Even if it's carbon, it wouldn't bother me. But you know what I mean. So there's that. That's definitely comfortable. One of the most used blades you're going to use on this. So the nail nicks on this side, unlike most Stockmans, all of these are a little stiff. And I think that's normal because this one I see a lot of people in the reviews, it doesn't have as much of a snap. It's not horrible, but that canting right there, look at that. Oh, that's comfortable. You know what? This is probably going to be turning into my favorite because I'm a sucker for a blade canting. I know that's not necessarily canting as much as following the handle, but I'm a sucker for that. So first initial impressions, I'll have to sit with it for a minute, oil it up. But my first initial impressions are that I'm really going to like this thing. This would take some getting used to here, having to turn it. Snap, snap. Wow, real pretty Tequila Sunrise bone. Well, thanks for watching, guys. That's my first initial impressions. I really think that the Trapper I'll never not have in my pocket. Let's just put it that way. Always be my left or right, depending on what I'm doing for the day. This will always be my fifth, at least until tomorrow. Because tomorrow I have something else coming the size of this, but it's serpentined. And I'm sure you can guess what it is just by saying it's the same size and serpentined shape. Rounded bolsters on each side. It's coming in amber jigged bone, or amber bone, jigged amber bone, peach seed jigged amber bone, I do believe. Kind of wanted to replace the 75 because I was kind of kind of let down because I didn't like it as much as I thought I would. This one, I can already tell you I'm going to like it. But again, thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe, share, whatever you got to do. Especially if you like to watch a guy just bounce around and fumble everywhere and knock the camera everywhere. Again, thanks for watching.